brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the
feel like it's a booger in my nose, man. What the fuck is that shit at? This is pathetic. Don't break your own heart. That is a message for the day.
Ahí, aguanta, no lo prenda. Pedo. Remember that name, man.
I don't need it.
Remember that
I don't
name.
need no fucking mouthpiece.
Remember that name.
You're not gonna hit me.
Oh shit, you don't got no mouthpiece?
You're not gonna hit me.
Nah, man.
You're not gonna fucking hit me.
You're
not gonna hit me. You're not gonna hit me.
All right.
You're not gonna fucking hit me.
All
Mm.
Let's go. That nigga like Shakur right there. A little ass ring.
Hey, you see that little thing working, Bob?
I wasn't gonna work.
You call it jab hitting me? I know.
That nigga nice, man. I ain't no front. That nigga nice. That nigga nice as a motherfucker. Fuck that mic. Fuck that mic. It's about to go down.
Stick it out.
That bitch said, "You're not gonna hit me." He meant that shit. He meant that shit when he said that.
Come on, King. Yeah, who's the bigger man at this? Come on, kid. A Scooby snack right here.
Sight.
Good ring.
Man, you talk to him. You talk to him.
Come on. He was watching me down. Come on, How you 200 pounds?
I know for sure you want to feel right if I see him. You gotta try here.
I'm tired as shit.
What do we do?
One more. Three. All right, come on. All right. You gonna back up? Back up.
No, I'm asking you. Like,
Yeah, I said yeah. One more round. Hey, chat. This is just for y'all, chat. Come on. Pass it.
She's so nice, bro. Not to take it off.
Yeah, right. 10 seconds. Huh? The bell gonna ring. I'm gonna take 10 seconds. More combinations, right? Combinations. Come in, right here. Get in. Look, you guys, look, he's only like 50 more times. That's nothing. Right? He said you can't.
What the fuck?
That's right. You like the body.
Yeah, man.
I ain't what the fuck?
Set up for the right.
Nice. Oh, Bing. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man. I got purple.
Hey, green phone.
1 minute.
Come on, King.
Trying to stop the right hand.
I'm like, we are first.
Good job, kid.
Y'all.
I don't need it. Remember that?
On the score 2 points.
He said she's so nice, bro. Not. Hey, you look like you were the bigger guy right there, bro. Yeah. Come on, kid. A Scooby snack right here. Seconds. Clean break. Go. Clean break. Oh! Hey, you look like you were the bigger guy right there, bro. Yeah.
Man, you talk too much. You talk too much.
Come on. What? He was walking you down.
Come on,
How you 200 pounds and he was walking you down?
He was running around telling me. I know for sure he wants to feel right about feet.
You gotta try hitting.
I'm tired of shit.
How many we do?
One more. 3? All right, come on. All right. You gonna back up? Back up!
No, I'm asking you. Like,
Yeah, I said yeah. One more round. Hey, chat. This just for y'all, chat. Come on.
Pass it.
he said she's so nice, bro. Not to take it off.
Yeah, right. Second.
Give me 10 seconds. Huh? The bell gonna ring. I'm gonna take 10 seconds.
More combinations, right?
Combination.
Come in, right here.
Right here.
Get in, get out. Look, you got, look, he's only like 50 more times. That's nothing. Right?
He said you called your rhythm. He said you called your rhythm. Last round. Right, come on, down right here. He ain't like the body. There's no much guys. There's no much guys.
There's motion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Set up for the right hand.
Nice. Oh, Bing. That's what I'm saying. Hey, great phone for the fame, bro.
1 minute. 1 minute. Chico, where's Chico?
Come on, King.
Next. Tender. Let's go. Good. You good? I'm at this guy. Come on, King. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Come on. Try to stop the right hand, Keith. Good job, Keith. Hey, how much you weigh? Next part, you can check. Let's go.
We printed them for millions of small businesses over the past 25 years. But we also print signs, stickers, shirts, and more. If you need it, we print it. Print it all with 20% off for new customers at vistaprint.com.
Hey, Holmes, find me a 3-bedroom home in Atlanta, near a Whole Foods. Show me the kitchens. Ready to see what you will find with Holmes AI?
I mean, thinking Mealy Mall called me a liar. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They were like, set it on this nigga. Come to find out, that was just Chigs just trying to get a title. Okay. But Rick Ross responds to Gunplay calling him out. Okay, I'm gonna click on another channel, respectfully.
Make sure you
Okay, who's this?
doing everything.
Okay, here we go.
At this young age and pursuing rap, where a lot of time rap requires you to leave the streets alone to focus. Was it hard for you to juggle these two things?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause it just felt like this. I'm gonna be totally honest and transparent, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the type of nigga to sit here and sugarcoat shit. But when it was Ross' turn and we was on the road and we was doing everything, and then when it, you know, everybody was a group effort. When it was Gunplay's turn, it was crickets. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it was hard for me. What you want me to do? Nobody's. It's like I got hit records. Nobody's giving me a budget. Nobody's doing that. So what you want me to fucking do?
Hit.
What would you like me? What would you like me to do? Do more? Do more? Give another hit record and do more and never get no money? Or would you? What you want me to see is go back in these streets and go ahead and tap these pockets,
right?
Like I have to do. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what I did. This is what I didn't want to do.
Right. Okay, so look like, you know, this feels like an artist who, you know, a lot of artists are at this stage of their career now, or let me say lack of career, where they're no longer viable rap artists. And, you know, in this podcast era, they're now speaking about themselves and people have all the same questions. What happened? Now, the hardest thing to say is that I was a junkie. I was never that good. I really couldn't rap. I got lucky. The easiest thing to say is, well, other people didn't do this or looked past me or ignored me or didn't give me the alley-oop, and that's why I'm not there. So I'm wondering if that's the route he's going to go with it. Let's hear.
Right. You see what I'm saying? But since niggas don't understand and niggas want to be, oh, okay, we don't know who Gunplay is. Fuck, nigga, give me that chain. Let me get all that because I'm back. You see what I'm saying? That was literally a cry for help for real when I look back and see that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
Right.
Let me get that. So
you
you know,
showing them
niggas
like I
don't-
really would do this.
Yeah, push me back in the street. So I mean, what you really want me to do? Like, I'm for everything. I was down for the program for over 10, 15 years. And it's my turn. And then nobody lifted a finger, made a phone call or nothing for the old boy. You see what I'm saying? So what you want me to fucking
Now, is he saying Ross directly? Because here's how it went down. Gunplay signed to MMG. MMG was on Atlantic at the point, and then I think eventually went over to like Epic.
Dude.
That's crazy because you have some killer features.
And by the way, W podcast hosts, I don't know really who these guys are, but when you interview somebody like Gunplay, we love you, but they're giving you the gas that nobody ever says these things. Man, you had some fire ass shit, man. Niggas, that's how you get the nigga to talk shit. Like, this is an interview trick, right? Like, you got the nigga in front of you that you know shouldn't even be like being against. You just start gassing, man. Yo, you really should have been the guy. You had the most talent.
Academics ain't right for that.
With you, niggas in the streets loved you. You done gas them to the moon at that point. Now they ready to talk shit. Now they about to give you your podcast. This is when you look over your producer and he says, "This is where the Clippers come in." He about to give you all the clips. Man, you had some fire shit. Here you go.
Start looking in, but then when I'm signed to a label like Maybach Music, my hands tied. It's all.
Here you go. Clips is coming. This is where the clips. Yo, chat. I'm telling you, I do this shit for a living, gang. Yo, if I want a clip, just gas them up. Like, yo, man, like low key, Maybach Music after Ross, we really needed a gritty nigga. Like, we needed you. I never was cool with like a Wale Stally type of nigga. Like, yo, why they bring on Omarion? Yo, they should have dumped all the bread into you. You had the story. You had
Boy, he ain't shit for that.
Man, they dropped the ball, man. And you had that one joint everybody was fucking with. Man, you done glaze this nigga so much, he finna give you, he about to drop 83, nigga. Bam Adebayo, he about to give you the clips right now. You right, nigga. I was on MMG. I don't know why. Ross must have been eating too much Wingstops. That nigga didn't. Thank you. Clip.
All up on the big dog, and then if he don't want to get me a budget, then he won't get me a budget.
You and your aren't close anymore?
Okay. I was about to say, respectfully, this is man talk. Shut the fuck up, okay? Because you about to fuck up my clip. I would have kicked all the girls on the podcast. Because one of the popular things, like I'm gonna give you a little secret about me. So for example, I even give you an ASAP Rocky. So ASAP Rocky, I know we gotta get to the Drake, but ASAP, we can have a good interview before. Now I don't want to make this the Drake interview. So let me get through all this shit where you've been at, case, you have kids, family. We're gonna get through all of that. But when I get to Drake and beef, I got about an hour left. So now, I think he actually did have something to do. I could see my assistant. She off camera. She's giving me the wrap-up symbol. She put up her phone with shit on it. Like, she's saying all type of shit. Gang, when
Fuck up.
I done buttered you up for an hour and 30 minutes. This next hour, I don't care if you late for whatever. Y'all gotta cut my cameras off for me to stop questioning. And at that point, nigga, I'm tunnel vision. So, they're making monkey signs. They're waving at me. They're doing this. He gotta go. No, he don't. These are the real questions I'm asking him. These are the real questions. The only person, Dirk was fired with it because I was like, I'm gonna give Dirk this is how I do my interviews. I'm gonna give you a regular interview, and then I'm gonna get to the messy shit. Big Act gotta get to the messy shit. All right, what's good? Yo, what's good with you and Keith, man? Like, yo, you hanging out with the niggas who robbed him? What's up? We gonna get to it. So when I get to that part, I look at my producers. They know me. Like, sometimes my assistant be talking to their mans like, yeah, I'm giving.
Who are the explainers? Meet Ben.
Definitely myth.
Meet Mina.
Oh my goodness.
Between them, over 30 years of combined AI experience.
I would absolutely agree with that.
They've tested the myths.
So another myth.
They've watched agents follow instructions.
They will do anything.
Sometimes a little too well.
The agent had decided to actually delete the whole database.
They don't just talk about AI, they put it to the test.
Grade this answer.
This is enterprise AI. Myth or reality?
What was she asked that question?
I ain't gonna lie, like not really. As of lately, nah. I'm, you know what I mean. But you know,
Oh, you give it up.
Nah.
Was there anything that the industry?
Okay. Maybe she belong on the pod. My bad, Shorty. I mean to disrespect you because you're a woman. Sometimes I just be thinking I did it to look cute. I'm there to be messy, straight up.
Industry did to you that you've never publicly said out loud?
Say that one time.
Was there anything that the industry did to you that you've never actually?
Oh, I would have boxed her out now.
Did you want to go back and forth like you on the internet? Face to face now.
Shorty,
Like we on
you got the question. Yo, we're interviewing Gunplay in 2026. You finally asked the question that we probably sat here for an hour waiting to ask, that we don't look corny by just like interjecting it at a random point. And when he gives us the answer that says, ask 55 more follow-up questions, you're ready to move on to, is there anybody in the industry? No. As soon as he say you're not cool with Ross, I'm gaslighting it. Damn, word. I thought you was Ross' #1 shooter. Like, straight up, I'm on that. Like, yo, I thought you were Ross' #1 shooter. Like, yo, I just seen like when, yo, he gave you a gift, like you was in the with your wife. Like, nah, not Ross. I'm gassing the gang. I'm getting them clips straight up.
See, that's one of the egos.
I said out loud.
You gotta shut her up right here and just focus on Ross. Ross, I love you, but I'm a nigga. This is my job. I'm ice on it.
They had me motherfucking. They had me selling my publishing. Basically, sold my publishing for.
Ross did that?
For 50,000. They gave me 25,000 up front. We never did a second Triple C album for me to get the other 25,000, but I still ended up paying back 50,000. It's only 18. This is facts. And then my first album that I dropped, and a bitch named Megan Price that was managing me at the time, they thought I was cooked.
Yeah. Yo, when a nigga does, I'm telling you, when a nigga does an interview like this, he ready to get the team. You just gotta get it, bro. Just heat up the kettle.
So what they did was amend my contracts. So my back end of 75,000 for my first fucking album, and went to them. So I thought y'all had smoke. So fuck Mike Middleton, fuck Megan Price, and everybody who put potholes in my road to success. Because when that karma knocking, I just hope that you dress. You see what I'm saying? That's it, my nigga.
Because it's crazy because you see
that's wild
how you front line shit. You played the soldier position. You know what I'm saying, when it came to MMG.
That's it.
Niggas knew if you fucking with Ross, you fucking with Gunplay. It was just like you didn't have. If you gonna say some shit about this man gonna follow up.
Count in the industry though, son.
And then you get a hit record. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know nothing. It just feels like once you get a hit, I can understand if you dropping duds and then your man like, bro, this just ain't it, dog. You gotta keep working.
We had yams, straight yams. That was the first one. That was my first record that everybody was, come on now, you know what I'm saying? It didn't make the Deeper Than Rap album. I was told to put on that Deeper Than.
Oh, actually, MMG was under. I apologize. They're under Def Jam, low key.
On that record to put.
It's just that Meek was on Atlantic.
Shout out Deeper Than Rap, promoting the album, thinking it's gonna be on the album now. That was right here, Tampa, Florida. You see what I'm saying? So that was the first one, and the next one was Rolling. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka.
That's your touch time, bro.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then Debbie stopped that one, along with nobody wanting to get a budget from me. So Debbie stopped that one. She said she had gave that to Ross and not me, but I got it and turned it into a hit record. It wasn't a real hit record. I had to spice it up. You know, ain't no shade on Waka. That's my dog. But let's be honest here. You know what I'm saying? Like I turned this shit into something different, bro. You feel me? So that's Waka Mama.
Waka Mama, yeah.
Yeah. Debbie's Waka Mama. You know what I'm saying?
Deborah.
So she ain't clear that one. And then Bible on the Dash, just nothing. Just nobody, just nothing.
I refuse.
And then signed to, whatever. And then And then the next one was I get called 1:30 in the morning. Never forget it. The fat boy called me and say, "Yo, I got a record for you."
So let's break it up. So we don't show them looking at their phone.
Nobody's favorite.
You know what I'm saying?
And it
So we don't show them
ironically
looking
just
at their
happened to
phone.
be everybody's
You know what I'm saying?
favorite.
Shut up, Tom.
The label was even asking when we shooting the video. It took them 5 months to shoot it, and even though it was like the most played on it, and they Yvette, shout out to Yvette, she just kept trying to push for me. But at the end of the day, he said he wanted it to be a street.
Break it up. So
I was like, okay,
I'm saying?
let's stay in the streets. So this, all right. So that was the 4th time, and after that, it's just like.
During that time when it was you, Ross, Meek, Wale, Stally, like, what do you remember most from that time working with all these guys?
And
all these guys.
I'm gonna be honest again, dog. I hate being honest, dog.
We be honest. That's why people love you.
It's gotta be a great interview. Nigga done took his shirt off. Nigga, the wife beater.
Nigga done took his shirt off.
Socks on, perfect. Best time to get the interview, bro.
I just couldn't understand why I didn't get a deal.
Right.
Why was I still on?
They got no socks on. Yo, this is the best interview right here. Shout out to these niggas.
Def Jam and y'all was doing that, knowing I was a day one nigga, like knowing, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
like,
you for saying that.
So it's like,
I mean, we was all wondering that.
Nobody was wondering that. All right. These guys ain't that bad. Yeah, yo, I be interviewing some artists. I'd be like, man, everybody was wondering that. Nigga, nobody in the history of time has ever. Yo, you know what my favorite joint is? Yo, you know one thing I be seeing in the comments? I've never seen it in the comments, y'all. I've never seen it. Like, I've
never seen that shit.
I don't want to take the full blame. Yo, you know I be seeing the comments a lot, dog? Yo, why you never popped off and that nigga popped off? Never seen it. That was never in the comments, bro. It was never in the comments, bro. It was never in the comments. You know? You got to gaslight it. Yo, when you tell an artist, yo, we all been wondering that, they're like, what? Nigga, because they never heard that. Nobody say that either. Trust me.
We was all wondering that shit.
But you know, it is what it is.
Thank you for saying
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could honestly say, like when it comes down to it.
And this is how it popped off. Y'all take it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if being around somebody, that's not putting anybody on. A person that has put in the work, and then you tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person a hit record and nothing gets done, then that's just basically saying fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just had to make my own way, my nigga, and just make.
Hey, Gunplay. Let me give you a little bit, and you've been around this thing for a long time. Man, Rick Ross is a good nigga, and I think he's a good nigga to you. Yeah, the harsh truth about most of these things is that yes, you probably had some shortcomings. Maybe some of your own doing. Obviously, there was some things with Coca-Cola. Let's just call it that. But you know what?
Yeah, of course, your financial plan can help support the Ruby Runners, your family, and
ocean conservation. Plan your finances for the people, causes, and communities you love with Thrivent, where money means more.
They work off priorities. And maybe you could probably think that, well, I'm the day one. You know, Ross should prioritize me. Well, Ross is running a business. You want him to prioritize you in terms of budget-wise when he got Meek Mill, he got Wale? At the end of the day, the unfortunate and the uncomfortable truth is that your career, obviously, if we could optimize it, would have been bigger and better, but it probably did what it's supposed to do. A lot of people live in this, like, you know, what could have been, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You're not a horrible artist, but you weren't a star. And that's the end of the day, you know? And when a nigga's running a label and trying to figure it out, he got to make some of these decisions. And yeah, you as man, so you probably got more opportunities. That's another thing. Like, people said, even saying, I hate to compare it because it's a man and a woman, but it's like with Cassie. People are like, oh man, Cassie was gonna be. Bro, did y'all watch the video of Cassie performing? Cassie couldn't sing. Cassie got too much opportunities. People thought at one point though she didn't get enough. People thought, oh nah, Diddy just like her because she pretty. Bro, then we kind of start to see when we get in the real files, because it comes out in court, Diddy was actually giving her more opportunities and putting more money behind her to make her happy. It just wasn't working. It's hard for artists to admit that, yes, it's work ethic, is this, but if you're not the guy, you're not the guy. You may have had a hot song, a hot moment, but this is the National Association of Elite Rappers. I've always said rappers are running backs. If you watch football, a running back who lasts 3 years is a cool running back. You last 5 years, you're a good running back. You last anywhere near 10 years, you're usually a running back that's talking about being in a Hall of Fame, right? A running back is a very limited position. It's not meant to be here for a long time. The culture with music, the sound changes every three years. When he mentions he had a song with Waka, Waka was popping in the Lex Luger era. The Lex Luger era, as prolific as y'all think it was, it wasn't 10 years. That shit came really quick and burnt out. Same thing. Let's think about DJ Mustard. The thing with DJ Mustard, he got 15 different styles because he's that great of a producer. See, DJ Mustard is him. So DJ Mustard came with, remember when he was beating that style into the ground? Ding, 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 ding. And he put Chris Brown on the hook, blah, blah. Put your panties to the side. He got mad hits off like that's when he was saying 10 Summers. What did he pop off with back in 2018? He pops off with Roddy Ricch. I put the new 4Gs on the Jeep, right? Like he does balling. He's showcased himself. All of his songs throughout the eras, 2012 or 2013, I might be wrong with the dates, or maybe it was 2014, is my nigga, my nigga. Then he goes to remember it was 2012 to whatever he was on or 2011 to whatever he was on the ding, 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 and he was a lot of clap drums or whatever. Bro, he changed his style many times. So I get it. In that very small window, you felt that it could have been more, but sometimes you got to look within, and the harsh truth, even if you look within it, you're like, well, I'm not the only one to blame. You got to also remember, this is music. There's nothing, it's merit, but it's also luck. There's no, like, if labels could predict hits, nigga, they would just be pumping out hit songs left and right. Why are we in a space right now where they're saying there's no rappers? Because it's not as easy as you think. So when you have a career, you see a lot of artists, and I always hate this about artists. When they're having their moment, they think it lasts forever. They chill back. They want to smoke weed. They want to go get their bitch pregnant. They want to go take vacations. They want to go do this. They want to fuck off because they think it's still going to be here. The time comes quickly. It's over in a second. And again, what I would say to Gunplay is that Gunplay, the biggest thing is that you're not a star. You're not a superstar. You had some good songs. If you had maybe more work ethic, you were a little bit clean cut, you could probably maximize that a little bit more, but that's up for debate, because I think part of what made you successful is that like wild card factor. But to try to blame stuff on Rick Ross, maybe y'all got some stuff personally going on, but you got to give Ross credit for using his leverage to put you in opportunities and putting you in position. Pause. You know, again, the idea of like when maybe your career, your situation isn't whatever, you look at the guy who's still still going and said, nah, you know what? He kind of fucked up my shit to keep his shit going, or no, that's just not the truth. And as much as I don't really care for this dude really now, and y'all know he rock with the people who trying to get me. We talking about Memphis Bleak. That's why I give Memphis Bleak credit. Memphis Bleak ain't no fucking star. Memphis Bleak was a guy who got lucky to be cool with Jay-Z. He had like 1 or 2 songs. He still got that song niggas play in the club, right? Like, that's great, cool. But at the end of the day, Memphis Bleak is a blip in hip hop. He was always going to be a blip. He's not going to be on nobody's top list, right? And that's okay, because that's the majority of rappers.
The Lord of Calamity never gives up, not even in the face of death. I will have my revenge. Revenge for Locusette! I lost a bet, and I've got some anger to work out.
Summer, Jay was basically like
Memphis Bleak gonna have his
fucking just
revenge for that shit he's
his
saying about
insurance
him.
plan for this entire career. Jay even said, even if I he says he's gonna put a nigga in his will. Like the top artist says, this guy's gonna be my will. He's gonna be set for life. You know what? You know what Memphis Bleak did? Come on, we could look at Memphis Bleak. He doesn't look like the smartest, you know. He doesn't look like the sharpest knife in the fucking drawer. Like Jay-Z probably has his own like Maverick Carters.
That's
And
his
whatever
nephew though. That's why
type
he
of
in his
fucking nigga.
will. That's
You know
his
what?
real
You know what
family.
Memphis Bleak did? He played his role. He figured out a role. He figured out at some point, hey,
But Memphis Bleak
I
is his
can't just keep
real
chasing these
fucking
rap dreams.
family.
Let me
That's
try
his
to
nephew,
figure
bitch.
out
That's
Jay's
why he in
building
his
this
will for
complete
real.
empire. Let me try to
That's his
build
real
maybe a
fucking
label
family,
underneath it.
bro. Like,
Maybe I
what
try
the
to be the
fuck?
A&R. Maybe I try to be this. Whatever his role is now, I just know that he has a presence. And Jay still fucks with him. And that's the win, right? Like, he's still getting money. He's like, and to be honest, he'll probably be way more, he's going to be way more easily remembered and definitely respected because he adjusted with the times. Listen, the movie Prestige is meant for everybody to watch. Not all y'all motherfuckers could end up as the nigga who's at the top of the stage. Sometimes you get your moment in the limelight, then you got to fall back. You got to be the writer. You got to be the A&R. You got to help build a label. You got to go partner with someone else. You got to go cook up for the new hot guy who they used to look at as you. You got to do a little coaching. That's the problem with people when they're in this rap game. A lot of these guys, they think they got to be the artist and they can't get out of that mode because they see stardom as the only way to validate why they even got into rap. You get what I'm saying?
You gotta do the editing, you gotta do the film, and you gotta do all that shit. Sometimes you gotta be the brains of the
Memphis Bleak was
operation.
like fucking
Niggas
pushing
be
Duce
stomach
like it was going out of
bitch.
style. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, and he's figured out something that works for him.
When you the brains of the operation, you gotta do everything. You gotta wear
Now,
every hat.
here's
You
the
gotta be
thing.
a
You
jack of
can't
all
also
fucking
blame
trades.
the
That's what the
person
J stand for.
who
Jack of
got you
all
on
trades.
is fucking with you if you're doing mad other shit. Okay, so what are you doing? So you end up doing shit like you're getting in trouble with drugs and you're becoming like a bad look. At some point, you gotta trim the fat. It just is what it is, you know. Again, I'm pretty sure there's some personal stuff.
You
I
always
don't want
gotta
to
trim
just
the fat.
invalidate his story, but I do want to say that
You should analyze your circle
artists
every year and trim the
a
fat.
lot.
Every year. Every single
And
fucking year.
I
I
think it's
really say
misguided when
every
they
6
start
months.
blaming the person who helped them the most. Okay, because
Every
at the
6
end of the
months.
day, this is the music business. It only caters to stars.
Every 3
If
months.
you had
However
one
your credit
song or
you
one and
how
a
your
half
credit report
song
every 3 months,
or
every quarter,
one
quarterly.
song that was a hit,
Quarterly.
then the other song that was cool, you're not a star. This hip hop game was not catered to you. You should have been here for that summer, the next summer, and the third summer. You're supposed to be running around taking whatever bags you could get, and then you're making a business. You bought a couple houses. You're fucking got some Airbnbs going. You got an ice cream stand over there. Like, you're supposed to be a hustling entrepreneur if you really want to do your thing. Shout out to Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire knew that he was, like, with all due respect, and by the way, I think he went platinum with this album. He had really a big single. And he realized that this shit it's not gonna be. So anyway, let me not keep dragging the topic, right? Hey, for all my people on Rumble, listen, start going over to Kick. Unfortunately, Rumble gets cut first these days, so I apologize. If you guys don't know, we do have an initiative this month. We are trying to increase our outlook and our reach on Kick. So we are funneling throughout the stream over to Kick. And unfortunately, my people at Rumble, you guys kind of get the like the first out the gate. So kick.com/academics. Just start getting over there. We got a couple more topics, but YouTube, you guys as well. We're gonna finish up the stream. We're already at almost 4 hours, so I want you guys. I'm giving you guys still 4 hours everywhere, but eventually we're gonna end up on Kick for the remaining stream when we get to it. All right. Okay. Perfect. So okay. All right. So did Rick Ross respond to this? Or maybe we're not done with the topic. It looks like Rick Ross may have responded to it. Let's look at that. Rick Ross gunplay response. Ooh, and by the way, 6ix9ine's Home Invaders have been caught. We're gonna probably watch that next. By the way, thank you for some feedback you guys gave me. You guys told me that when I go on Kick, or if you're coming from YouTube and you go to Kick, you're saying the audio isn't as good, which I'm glad you said that. So if you're coming from YouTube and you go to Kick, and if my audio is worse, please send me DMs. Please let me know. That's intolerable. I'm a big audio guy, and I would have to get the Kick team to fix that. And if they can't fix it in a timely manner, we got to be on YouTube. I'm not into weak ass audio at all. Okay. All right. Let's see. What did Rick Ross say? What did he say? Okay, here we go.
Why
What's
I
it?
didn't get a deal. I hate to see old veteran niggas on podcasts complaining about the opportunity they had.
Ross responds to gunplay. Who's right?
It felt like a slap in the face. You tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person a hit record and nothing gets done, then that's just basically saying,
I'll never be a complainer.
why I didn't get a deal.
I hate to see old veteran niggas on podcasts complaining about the opportunity they had. Ross responds to gunplay. Who's right?
It felt like a slap in the face. You tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person a hit record and nothing gets done, then that's just basically saying,
I'll never be a complainer.
why I didn't get a deal.
I hate to see old veteran niggas on podcasts complaining about the opportunity they had. Ross responds to gunplay. Who's right?
It felt like a slap in the face. You tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person.
My bad. Ugh, whole bunch of stuff going on. Huh? Okay. All right. So I want to find that full version of that video. Okay. Give me 1 second. Fuck. Did I mess up right here?
Friends, man. Shit, I thought y'all had smoke. Like, what the fuck? No, I say y'all sitting up talking about these green ass niggas like this. Man, but you know what? I'm gonna let y'all do y'all. What's happening?
Okay. All right. So,
Juggle.
Why?
Yeah, I can't really see
this one coming.
All right. Do we have
what's happening?
Rick Ross's response? Okay, here we go.
Without a doubt, is a major milestone. The love I got for the game, it will be endless. That's why I still do it. I still love to perform. I still love to go to clubs. I still love to hear new music, old music, new records, new vibes, new fashion.
Yeah.
I still love to sit back in the corner, smoke good. So May 29th, we're kicking off
He was like, ma'am, sit back and respect
20-year anniversary. I can't say it enough. It's a major milestone.
Please, him is a music.
Live, orchestra, choir, diamonds, tuxedos. I can see it. The Port of Miami,
I got it.
20-year celebration.
Okay.
For Port of Miami.
Yeah.
I want to just salute everybody that was down with me, supported all my records, push it to the limit, pots and pans. You know what I'm saying? I'm bad.
Girl, she was telling her like, he was telling her like, respect the series.
It wasn't just a record, but it was a lifestyle. We meant it. Here we are.
Nervous about setting out to see something new? Rest assured, we've seen it all. Travel can get unpredictable, but with decades of experience, we're prepared to protect you when it does. Feel fearless in the face of the unknown with Allianz Travel Insurance.
I don't think it goes without mentioning.
Yeah, he was not feeling it. Girl, she was telling her like, he was telling her like, sit back and respect the chair you in.
Your Gunplay's supposed to be a nigga. He's kind of, the way he's saying like old veteran niggas, he's kind of almost like not having that homie feel to it, right? And this is what I'm saying. I think the issue's bigger because, you know what I mean? Be like, yo, he could describe Gunplay as a homie. He's describing him as an old bitter veteran.
Will be a complainer.
Now, I told you guys earlier.
Okay. Wow. Ooh,
man,
shit.
what's up?
All right. Yeah. I'll say this one last thing. It's always been a motto to how I live. And for me, it's eliminated the need to
I'm gonna let y'all
ever
do y'all.
harm
What's that?
someone or ever think someone needs to give me or I deserve something or whatever. I always say never watch what someone has.
Over here,
and
thinking
then
that
work
Danny
hard.
shit gonna hypnotize me.
And I think Gunplay's idea of what his career didn't become is because he's looking at where Rick Ross's career did go to and what Rick Ross's ventures did turn into. And what I would say to him is that before you say anything, and you might have some valid points, maybe, they should have gave you that budget, maybe whatever. But let me ask you this question. Do you feel like you work harder than Rick Ross? And if the answer is no, conversation over. If you ain't working harder than a motherfucker, I don't want to hear it. Outwork that nigga.
Over here, thinking that Danny shit gonna hypnotize me.
And I'll leave that there. Cool. All right. So apparently all the home invaders for 6ix9ine's house have been caught. We have 1090 Jake, who did a breakdown of how they got caught. And, he's saying that they're facing a life sentence in prison. They probably won't. But check this out.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the 6ix9ine home invaders. All three have now been caught.
So when I say
done. If you use DoorDash in the last couple of years, you might want to check this out. There are allegations that the app has been tracking users' precise locations and sending the information to third parties without consent. So your data could have been used in ways you didn't even realize. Now, Morgan & Morgan Christmas.
over here, thinking that Danny shit gonna
Standing
hypnotize
right
me.
here with
Girl,
6ix9ine,
please,
his
Cam is
60-something-year-old
over here, thinking that Danny
mother,
shit gonna
right? Now,
hypnotize me.
all three of these kids have been arrested. Third suspect arrested in armed robbery at Tekashi 6ix9ine's Wellington home. Months after masked men robbed rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine's home, a third teen whom deputies say was recruited after the plan was made has been arrested. So Pedro, the funny looking one, this was the first kid they got.
Now, chat, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. So supposedly in these type of things, when police work out the plot and how everybody got in the plot, it matters. So they look to give the most time to the person
Who set it up?
whose idea it was. And I'm giving you this information because I kind of just realized this even with, there was a home invasion or attempted home invasion at my house, and me trying to figure out everything
Over here, thinking that Danny
based
shit
on
gonna
how they
hypnotize
kind
me.
of allocated time and
Over here,
stuff like
thinking that
that.
Danny shit
They
gonna
basically said,
hypnotize me.
well, the
Girl,
girl
please,
snitched,
Cam is the man
so
that she used to be
I didn't snitch,
Bitch over here
right?
napping like a goddamn
The
hyena.
guy who it was like,
Hold up,
whether
y'all friends,
it
man.
was
Shit, I
the
thought
girl
y'all
who
had
was
smoke.
brain
Like,
behind it
what the
or the
fuck?
guy,
Boy, say y'all shit
whoever's
talking
idea
about
was
these
first.
green ass
The
niggas.
girl pinned it on the guy.
Girl,
They're gonna believe the girl. So the guy's gonna get the brunt of it. And then the guy had recruited another nigga. And the other nigga was like his second guy, his backup. And for at least how the law and how the prosecutors looked at it, they felt that guy, because he didn't come up with a plan, he was just a partaker, he was just down. His culpability was significantly less. So what 1090 Jake is saying here is that this guy is a mastermind. I think this is the second guy that they caught, or maybe it was him. But regardless, they're saying this third guy that got caught, whether it's him or him, they were added on after the plan is already formulated. Now, I'll tell you what that means. So this guy looked like he's already down to tell. The person facing the least amount of time is the guy who wasn't involved.
Y'all friends, man. Shit, I thought y'all
He
had
just got
smoke.
told, hey, we're probably gonna run into this house, right? And usually prosecutors are gonna go after that person with like a plea where they might even tell them, hey, listen, shit, once a probation, or you do it in a couple months.
Y'all friends, man. Shit, I thought y'all had smoke.
Right?
Like, what the fuck?
Anyway,
Don't say y'all sit up talking about these green ass niggas like this. Man, but
He
you know
did a
what?
whole
I'm gonna let
interview
y'all
with
do
the
y'all. What's that?
police, admitted to a whole bunch of shit he shouldn't have.
Girl,
They
guarding his
interviewed his
asset.
mother. His mother confirmed, yeah, that's my son, right? Then Sergio got picked up. Sergio was the second to get arrested.
Okay, so the third is this guy.
They interviewed him as well. He also
Third
spoke
is
to
this
the
guy.
guarding his
police. And
assets.
then the last one, what's his name?
Yeah,
Angel
what's it?
Miguel Angel, whatever. This is the last kid right here.
Now, you should know that there was some telling going on here, people, because obviously
Girl guarding his ass.
through, they found one guy and they probably used that guy and leveraged him as like
Girl
currency
guarding his
with that
assets.
eventually gave up the other two.
Now, again, the investigation stems from the November 16, 2025 incident when 18-year-old Sergio, this one, 20-year-old Pedro, this one, and 19-year-old Miguel went to the home of Daniel Hernandez, better known as rapper Tekashi 69, and ambushed his mother as she entered her home through the garage. When detectives executed a search warrant at Rodriguez's apartment, they reportedly found clothing worn by the suspects during the heists. On December 30th, the detective met with Rodriguez's mother, who identified all three suspects through her ring camera footage, including Garcia. Another interview with an acquaintance whose name was mentioned in the interviews also identified all three suspects. Along with the getaway clothing, investigators say they found a bin packed with luxury items reported missing from the heist. A pink Chanel purse, a black Dolce.
Now, unfortunately, which I think some people might not know for context here, is that the way they treat robbery and theft is that the amount that you take elevates the importance or the severity of the charge, whether it's a third-degree felony or whether it's a misdemeanor. I usually the rule of thumb is like once you start going over $1,000, you're in felony territory. Like if you take something for $300, it could be seen as a misdemeanor. Once you have now destroyed or taken something for over like 1,500, now you're in felony territory. So now clearly you guys know these things cost a lot. So they're going to be looking at a grand total of maybe, y'all robbed these people of $100,000. That's going to kind of trump these things up. What else trumps it up? Weapons. Now, they said they recovered stolen Glock 9mm. Now, that's a stolen gun charge, possibly, which they might not know who to charge because they're finding it in a house, mad people living in there. But if they could prove that maybe that gun was used during the commission of this robbery, there's a lot of cooking going on, right? Like, again, what's going to happen here is that these guys are going to fold on each other. But most importantly is that the reason why they're going to fold on each other is that they're going to look to give somebody the time. And that person is going to get...
Nuts.com is a smacking utopia. We have supplier relationships from all over the world. I actually don't speak a lot of other languages, but Gemini and Google Meet, it translates everything live. It just kind of breaks through all those barriers. It's just magical.
Pochette. What the fuck is that? These motherfuckers stole purses, bro. Imagine you're about to get life in prison and the best thing y'all got away with was purses. Fucking purses. The victim, Hernandez's girlfriend, confirmed that the items were hers. So to clarify, Tekashi didn't get robbed of nothing. They robbed his girl's shit and then kept it all, and then she got it all back. They didn't get away with anything. During the search, deputies also recovered a stolen Glock 19 9mm pistol with an extended magazine, which they identified as stolen out of West Palm Beach in 2022, that matched the gun seen in surveillance footage. So again, this guy is this guy. And apparently that's a Glock 19 with an extended mag. In text messages obtained by deputies.
Oh, let's see how these YNs text. I mean, Miguel, can you even hold that bit right now? I'm using that bit tonight. The nigga you with won't come on a lick. I don't trust this.
Sergio Andrade wrote, I mean, can Miguel even hold that bit right now? I'm using that bit tonight. The you with won't come on the lick. To which Pedro Rodriguez replied, I don't trust this ad like that. I don't know what time Miguel get off work tomorrow. Now, aside from however the fuck they text, Miguel had a job. This man was employed. Let me show y'all Miguel again. He had a job. He had somewhere to be. This motherfucker took off work to go rob 6ix9ine's house for purses. Investigators say they determined that Rodriguez and Andrade planned the robbery and later recruited Miguel Candelario Garcia. Deputies say based on the evidence, they found probable cause to book Candelario Garcia for counts of home invasion, robbery with a firearm, false imprisonment, grand theft, right? So they have everything on them.
Wait, why did they say less than 100,000? Oh wow, okay, they got off break because if I'm seeing Birkin, did I say Birkin bag or is just like Chanel's and stuff? So it's a grand theft of 20K or more, but less than 100K. If it's 100K, the charge goes up more.
False fire
or the statute in terms of punishment.
Firearm, false imprisonment, grand theft, right? So they have everything on them. When I tell you these kids are done, they're not even kids, right? They're technically grown. I just call them kids because I'm 31 and they're like 20.
Chat, if you're on Kick, please just sign up for an account. You guys are welcome to type in the chat. We just want you to be respectful, but please sign up for an account that you guys could get active in the chat because I'm reading the chat, all right?
21, 19, etc. When I tell you these kids are done, they're fucking done over purses. Well, 1090 Jake, how done are they? I'll show y'all. This is the evidence, right? This is everything they have. Everybody's been identified, right? They conducted sworn recorded interviews with the victim and witnesses, right? They went through everybody that was at 6ix9ine's crib, spoke, told them what happened, etc.
They
got the
home invasion,
but these weren't the only people that talked.
burglary.
Now the SWAT team would raid
They
this kid's
threw.
apartment, right? And I gotta zoom in crazy because there's phone numbers in the paperwork. But Lilian Garcia, his mother, and then the two dumbasses, Pedro and Sergio, were home.
Let me speed
And
this up a
during a
little bit.
post-Miranda interview with Pedro, he confirmed his phone number, which he had for a couple of years, which they were able to trace the location of where he was at. Then inside of a bedroom, they find the black Glock 19 9mm semi-automatic pistol with blue markings and orange dot front sight with a black magazine containing 15 live bullets, an extended magazine containing 21, consistent with the firearm used during the home invasion. And then photos were taken of the purses, which 6ix9ine's girlfriend confirmed belonged to her, Louis Vuitton, Dolce & Gabbana. Oh, and not to mention the entire outfits that they all wore during the home invasion. Now, they interviewed Pedro's mom at the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office headquarters, and during her interview, she, again, provided the Ring camera footage, identified her kid, identified the friends, said who they're with, the vehicle that they got into, which they found out belonged to Sergio. I mean, it's over with. She helped basically finish the fucking case for them. And what's crazy about this whole fucking situation is, like I said, this kid had a job at Family fucking Dollar or Dollar Tree, whichever one it was. And they interviewed his boss and was like, yeah, he didn't come into work. He said he had problems with his phone. This motherfucker took the day off to go rob 6ix9ine's crib for purses and got his ass booked, right? His family or whoever was saying allegedly he ran to California. He got picked up. He's in the county jail. He's done. And the reason I say that they're done, well, simply just take a look at Florida law. Florida statute 812.135, home invasion robbery. Florida defines home invasion robbery as any robbery that occurs when the offender enters a dwelling with the intent to commit a robbery and does commit a robbery of the occupants therein. If the offender carries a firearm or other deadly weapon during the home invasion robbery, that person commits a felony of the first degree punishable by imprisonment for a term of years not exceeding life. What that means is, because they did a robbery, a home invasion robbery with a gun, doesn't matter who was holding the gun, because it was done with a gun, they are automatically facing life in Florida State Prison. But that's not the only charge. So life for the home invasion. They have the false imprisonment charge, which was another one.
Now, granted, he's in facing life, but let's be honest. Even as tough as Florida is, if these guys are first offenders, they're not going to get life, right? So I'm not sure if there's a minimum, but, you know.
They don't get about 20.
You up to life.
Words for kidnapping the mother. They have the stealing of items.
My boy's facing 20 on his first offense.
Do I think
now? What usually happens is, and what Jake is saying, I don't know if we're gonna have the same conclusion, and I haven't watched this yet, so I'm just really shooting here.
That boy's fighting that bitch too.
Because some of these charges are so serious and they carry so much weight, it's gonna be just like exactly what happened in my house. It's like there's not gonna be a trial. Why? You're gonna have one snitch send you away for life. Well, it would be 20 years in Jersey. In Florida, it would be life. So what they're doing?
Oh, because I missed a fucking shot.
And when they get pleas,
Missed 2 damn shots.
One guy gets 15, the other guy gets 10, the other guy gets 7. You know, they got to serve 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 years for the lowest one. The one that's whatever got to serve like 10 years. I don't know if anyone's a juvenile, but yeah. So there's not going to be anyone that does life. But yes, will somebody probably do 10 years? Of course. Yeah, so this is not going to trial. And it's gonna show that it's in their benefit not to go to trial, because if you go to trial, they're gonna flip someone that's gonna be a snitch. So you don't want that. Then you definitely gonna do real time. And if you just take the plea, you're gonna save the state a lot of money, and they're not gonna, if you're a first-time offender, that is. Obviously, if you're a decorated criminal, they're gonna slam you a little bit more. But if these kids don't look like they have anything going on, hopefully for them. And yeah, they might just get 10 years or whatever the case is. Who knows how much they got to actually serve.
Think that they're gonna get life sentences for this? I don't, because I don't think any of them are actually convicted felons.
You're saying the same thing I'm saying.
But do I believe that they're gonna get smacked by the judge in court? 100%.
Yes, especially if 6ix9ine's 60-year-old mother writes any type of letter, or it's highlighted by the prosecutor that they held a 60-year-old woman hostage while they robbed this place. Yes. Usually judges are going to be like, you guys are inhumane, you lack any type of, anytime you do some stuff with older people, kids, present
from Chicago.
Because
708 area code, right?
Overwhelming, and there is no reason for the prosecutors to need them to cooperate. They really don't need it. They have everything they need. So I don't see what the purpose of offering a.
And this is how it popped off. Y'all talk to me.
Your setup wants Upper GX. Upgrade to the gaming browser.
Over here, look at that bad shit on hypnotize. They went and hit the lick. They got nothing but curses. And everything got returned. Stupid.
Hold up, though. Y'all friends, man? Shit, I thought y'all had smoke.
Hopefully.
Keisha Johnson from Houston, Texas.
However you want to look at it, he's a celebrity. And not only is he a celebrity, he's cooperating with the feds. You thought he was going to cooperate with the situation?
708 area code, right?
In 2 seconds.
Mother of 2,
within 3 hours of the robbery happened. You think he ain't going to cooperate in the situation? He's having the last laugh. And y'all know where 6ix9ine's at? He's in the feds right now. He's only got a couple of months to do. But 6ix9ine is having the last laugh because y'all crashed out, didn't do shit to him, didn't take anything from him. And everything that got taken from his crib.
And this is how it popped off.
Let me know y'all's comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
Yeah, incredibly stupid by these guys. But, everybody who does a crime probably think that they're smarter than the average bear until they get caught. You're doing a crime where
over here, look at that bad shit on hypnotize. Girl, please, can't do
this triangulation to figure out where you were at the time. There's doorbell cameras all over the place. People could
y'all friends, man? Shit, I thought y'all had smoke. Like, what the fuck? No, I say y'all sit up talking about these green ass niggas like this. Man, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all do y'all. What's that?
See who came and who didn't. That was pretty easy for them to figure out. Hey, let's look at the footage 2 days before, 2 days afterwards, all 48 hours. If we saw no car that didn't belong here leave, we could then say, oh, the crime came from within. How many residents lived there? There's 300 homes. I don't know. But it's easy to solve, but of course, they were, I'm saying they're kids, but they're all over 18, so they're grown-ass adults. It is what it is. All right, I'm going to give you a quick update. And this might be infuriating to some of y'all, but some of y'all might not give a fuck, right? While record labels are like, they're crying these days, they're struggling. Oh, Spotify, please charge more. We need to find more money. I've always told you the record labels the reason why they're not a monopoly is that they don't own the streaming services. They don't own the stores that their records get sold in. They don't own the customer data. They really don't own anything. And that's been one of their detriment, low key, but it's something that's protected them from antitrust lawsuits and stuff of the sort. So they focus on catalog. One people who are involved, or one set of group of people who are involved in the music creation or music business is Live Nation. And Live Nation, who, by the way, is a part owner of Rock Nation, part owner of Ticketmaster. Well, the owner of Ticketmaster. They have licensing and other deals with every big festivals. They pretty much have conquered the live space. And if you're doing concerts with them, you're doing it at their venues or doing it something, whatever. They are people who are incredibly not only monopolistic but greedy. Okay, now it's now come down that, remember I told you the DOJ settled for like let's see, how much did DOJ settle for? DOJ settled Live Nation reportedly was $280 million, I believe, right? So yeah, $280 million, right? So it was the DOJ and 40 states, or actually 39 states in the District of Columbia. The DOJ, who was leading this whole thing, said we'll take the 280 million, we're good. People pointed out, like, yo, that's kind of fraudulent. If you think these guys are a monopoly, why would you take a settlement that's only equal to 4 days of revenue for this company? This company's fucking a behemoth. Like, they're a monopoly. Why'd you file a civil antitrust a particular civil suit to try to, help consumers if you will settle for 4 days of revenue? Now, it came with some concessions. They had to divest certain things and change up some rules with certain things, allow like SeatGeek and other places to be able to sell a certain amount of tickets, half the tickets, or whatever the case is. But the DOJ, the Department of Justice, was okay with popping out the lawsuit. Now, the other 39 states and also District of Columbia, they basically said, hey, this doesn't help us. The feds just basically got their win, but we need win, and that's why we joined. And they're like, we want to continue the lawsuit. So one person selling the lawsuit didn't end the lawsuit. So the lawsuit continued, and essentially, remember, this was mid-trial where DOJ popped out. So the lawsuit's it's already going on, and in the trial, apparently 2 employees of Live Nation, the global entertainment company behind the popular ticket platform Ticketmaster, joked and bragged about their ability to gouge customers and charge high fees, and they were made public in recent months. This is from somebody named Ben Baker, who is the head of New Nation. Okay, says these people are so fucking stupid. Right, that's what he says. These people are so stupid.
I'm talking about these green ass niggas like
He's
this.
referring to the
You know what?
company's
I'm gonna let y'all do
customers,
y'all. What's
Live
that?
Nation's people who go see concerts. He says, I got VIP parking up to $250. That's what another person said. His name is Jeff Weinhold.
Girl guarding
He
his
says, I actually
assets.
feel bad. I almost feel bad about taking advantage of them. Okay. The discussions that were detailed in the
Girl guarding his assets.
US DOJ's antitrust lawsuit
Girl
against
guarding his assets.
the DOJ in 40 states sued them, alleging that they had developed a live event ticket monopoly. Both parties settled on March 9th, with Live Nation standing by its claim that the Justice Department allegations against was without
Happy
merit.
birthday to
And
Biggie
the company did not
Smalls.
admit any wrongdoing. Despite the settlement proposal, New York Attorney General Letitia James said in a statement that her and more than 24 fellow state attorneys, so at least 24 other states, were going to still pursue litigation against Live Nation separate from the Justice Department. Many of the messages contained in the documents referred to ancillary services. At one point, Baker appeared to brag about implementing overcharges. He says, I gouge them on ancillary prices to make up for it. He says, preferred seating, baby. So people who wanted to have preferred seating at concerts, you're getting fucking charged through the ass. Another message is shared via the communication platform Slack. 2 employees discussed how much they could charge customers for parking while offering them few to no amenities. Someone says, I charge $50 to park on the grass. Ha ha ha. Then they said, I charge $60 to park on the closer grass. Oh my God. $100 for oversized, which doesn't give you any benefits. There's no RV plugins, and you still have to walk 3/4 of a mile. He says, I'm robbing them blind, baby. That's how we do it. So it's now being unsealed that Live Nation's employees were bragging about robbing you guys for paying for parking on grass and all these other places where even after you paid for parking, sometimes $70, you would still have to walk 3/4 of a mile. A representative for Live Nation condemned the employees' messages in a statement. So, Live Nation trying to act like, oh, we don't fuck with what they said. It says, we'll be looking into this matter promptly. The Slack exchange from one junior staffer to a friend doesn't actually reflect our values or how we operate, because this was a private Slack message. Leadership learned of this when the public did, and they'll be looking into it promptly. Our business only works when fans have great experiences, which is the reason why we've capped amphitheater venue fees at 50% and invested $1 billion in the last 18 months into U.S. venues and fan amenities. ABC News attempted to contact the people. They did not receive a response. Chat, this is really nasty. It's ugly. Live.
So good, your cat will come out of hiding. A Canna Market Medley is the perfect combination of flavors and textures, with high-protein kibble and freeze-dried morsels to delight your cat.
Conversation. Keep in mind, this is right after the pandemic. So a lot of people are outside and people are ready to go to these concerts, and they were paying any type of money to be quote unquote outside. All right. Per Bloomberg and court records, they said they're stupid for paying such high fees. They said the VIP parking at a show, they priced up to $250 for one spot. So I actually feel bad for taking advantage of them. Wow. Baker was most recently head of ticketing for Live Nation, and he was expected to testify this week, while Weinholz is senior ticketing director in the Washington area. Live Nation reached a settle with DOJ. However, the other states want to continue and will continue their legal action versus Live Nation. New York, California, and Colorado are all in the mix. Really sad. Chat, at the end of the day, Live Nation is proven to us why, as vibrant as shows are, because we love watching our favorite artists live, people who are going through financial crisis or who are lacking an abundance of, disposable income, they don't want to go to shows no more. Because Live Nation, they monopolized it. They forced the prices up. They're taking advantage of the audience. If you guys have been to a show, you guys can tell me how much you spent. You went with your girl, maybe you went with a friend group. You get there, they don't allow no bottles in, no nothing. You're thirsty, you want a water. You go to buy a water, it's $10. You basically want to drive your car. It's either you park your car like 20 miles away from the venue and you're still going to have to Uber, or if you park your car half a mile from the venue, you're going to have to pay $70. So let's start doing the math already. We're not talking about your outfit. We're not talking about your ticket. Those two things are going to cost no matter what. But by the time you get to the venue, these are additional set of money that you actually have to enjoy yourself. Well, do you have money for parking? If not, you're going to be taking a bus, walking, hiking, riding a bike. What are you going to do? So you got to pay $70. Okay, you get in there. You couldn't bring your water in. You can't bring anything in. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you want to have like a date experience? You want to have like a drink? All right, cool. Well, some food, a drink, another $70. And that's just for you. You and your girl, $100. Okay? Now, we're just assuming that you're trying to have a good time. You're not like fucking penny pinching. So you spend 70 for the parking. For you and your girl, or for you and whatever, you might spend up to 100. You're out $170. Right? They're selling merch there. In some contracts, Live Nation controls that or gets a piece of that. You spend another $200 on merch. You're down $470 already. Do you get what I'm saying? you might want to have, oh, okay, you got there early. You want to get to the lounge because they have these lounges. Like, hey, you don't have to sit outside and wait in line. You get to the lounge, you could chill, blah, blah. The lounge is going to cost you $300. So Live Nation created this way where they could siphon off, despite what you pay for the ticket, despite what you invested in, whether your outfit or whatever, to get to the venue, they can still siphon off a good $500 easily off you. Parking, food, preferred seating, memorabilia, other things. That's a good finesse. And if there's no other competitor, nobody else could have parking. Nobody else can sell stuff in here but us. It's our ticketing venue. We could upsell. Also, what they do with ticket pricing, when they have a lot of demand, they'll fluctuate. Can't beat it, bro.
Tell them about it.
Live Nation, again, I don't really necessarily have a problem with them, but I do believe if you love the community of live events, they must be stopped. And they must be stopped in a way where it is
must be stopped
in the consumer's favor to have options. It's in the consumer's favor to do what they need to do. Not they're just kind of like
have no fear.
Everybody's pockets.
Hustler on the mission is here.
It's kind of fucked.
And we will be
real quick, chat. I want all y'all to start heading over to Kick, please. Kick.com/academics. We still got a couple more topics that we're gonna get to on Kick, but I do need you guys to head over to Kick. Please head over to Kick. Head over to Kick. But it's not a real song. Okay, it's not a real song. So for the people who are like, oh man, I didn't like that snippet or whatever, and he's not testing a record. It's the nigga was drunk freestyling, my nigga. You get what I'm saying? So just to let you know, this isn't a fucking Iceman preview. And I'm happy for that because I thought this would have been a horrible snippet. Why? I think it gives the perception like Drake is obsessed. Like, oh, he can't let it go. Right? It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, he's in this unwinnable position, which I'm about to get to 15 a little bit. He's in like this unwinnable position where it's like, so if he drops an album and doesn't mention it, it's like, yo, they got him scared. Okay. If he mentions it, yo, living rent-free in his brain. Right? You can't really win, right? So, obviously, I don't like narratives that would be like, oh, this nigga's fucking obsessed. But I could give you the confirmation officially that this is not a song that's going to be on Iceman, and it was actually a song that didn't even make it to a official Drake record that was in consideration. This was a freestyle while the nigga was drunk. Okay, we'll see. Somebody said it's a freestyle makes the narrative worse because if it's off the dome, it shows where his mind is at. That bitch. Brother, it's like 2 years ago. What do you think his mind is at 2 years ago? Man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's 2 years ago. Like, 2 years ago, brother.
Nigga, fuck around. Whatever. $100,000.
Is Jaden Smith on Iceman? Maybe. Maybe we should ask Charlemagne and Elliot Wilson if Jaden Smith is on there. We don't know who's going to be on Iceman. Let's just leave it at that. Okay.
That's crazy. I took a sip on that nigga. That nigga's predictable.
All right. I do think
yeah, quit, nigga. Predictable ass bitch. Quit, nigga. That boy ain't shit.
Give me one.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Other than that,
yeah, nigga.
I keep telling y'all, unless you hear something, you're not gonna hear really nothing from me. I'm being a fan. But unless you hear it from Mealy Mall, I'll take Mealy Mall a little bit serious. This is the only time. Okay? And I'll take it from Aiden. But Elliot Wilson and them, whoever they hear it from, they might as well just say the nigga's name. Because it's like, brother. Anyway, all right. Let's get into some other stuff. Okay, on the timeline today, what is popping? Blueface is fighting. I got some money up on
Come
that.
on, baby boy.
Cardi B's
You
having
snap that
a
and made that
tour.
shit. No, shoot that bitch all you want to, nigga.
Wouldn't y'all want to have Cardi
I
B
forgot who
security's
that
job?
is. He switched up his outfit. He got
Your
a
job
new,
is to protect
that's a different bill, nigga. You got a different
sex.
bill, huh, nigga?
Okay.
That's the same nigga
Make
that
sure
sent
she
me a
did.
message
By the way,
yesterday.
is she standing on that ledge with the heels? Oh my god.
Hey, that boy got a different
She's working
bill, boy.
starless, right? I think she's working starless.
I like that taller nigga better.
I've heard her tour is doing really well.
Next time, play with that tall nigga.
It's the opposite of the young boy
Tall
tour.
nigga,
It's
tall nigga.
all women.
Next time, play with that
It's
tall nigga.
all women, the baddest women from each town. Barty gang is up in there, and I hear they're loving it. I hear they're loving it. I hear they're loving it.
Bucket.
I'm gonna pull up to some of these joints. I'll see how it is. Okay.
Come on, boy.
Yo, this 50 Cent thing is just never ends. 50 versus Papoose.
Come on, boy.
He's still kind of going at like
Come on, boy.
Citizens.
I know what you want to do.
T.I. and them,
boy. I know what you want to do.
about. Like,
I know what you want to do. That shit ain't gonna work.
Nevertheless, let's kind of hit this Kodak topic right before we get to that. So
that's the type of shit I be doing.
Sorry, Kodak Black. He's announced because everyone keeps calling him this crackhead. Okay, you know, and a little bit of me is like, hopefully there's some pride and ego by Kodak to realize like you're a whole boss. You're like this legend in hip hop. And these guys are like clowning you like you're the local crackhead, like you're fucking Ashy Larry from like, you know, Dave Chappelle show. Like you're better than this. And if you do have an addiction problem, find a way where you should get help. Get it under control. I'm not saying to stop.
Come here, boy.
And that might be confusing.
Come here, boy.
Like, wait, why won't you tell me to stop?
Weak, man. This is weak.
Sometimes the messiest part of life is the schedule.
I got 6 points and I got more points than your whole team, nigga.
Ryobi brings home all the
I got
cleaning,
6 points and I got more points than your whole team, nigga.
to pet hair, stains, and more.
That nigga mad. Why you
Anytime,
mad?
Anywhere. Ryobi
Nigga, I wasn't even
Cordless
talking.
has the
I wasn't even
answer.
talking to you, nigga. I wasn't even
So
talking
don't
to you. I
stress the
really ain't
mess.
listening to you.
Ryobi.
It's all right then, but you
Only at the
motherfucking
Home
responding to
Depot.
me. I ain't responding
Been
to
around.
you, bitch.
Either drinks, pop some pills,
Nigga, hold that
snort some
L, nigga.
shit.
That nigga
They all
soft.
got their vices. They smoke
That nigga
cigarettes,
mad.
30 cigarettes in an hour.
That
They
nigga
do
mad.
something. They have some vice. And I hate
Hold
to
that
say,
L,
but
nigga.
the realistic way I look at shit like that.
Nah,
is that
nigga, you
gotta
shut the
manage
fuck up,
your
nigga. You
vice.
soft ass nigga, little bitch made ass
Your
nigga.
vice can't manage you.
Like, fuck about your feelings, nigga.
A few
about your
steps or a
feelings,
few
nigga.
ways that we can start
Fuck you
seeing is
think
that
you
when you start looking unkept, you start looking strung out, bulging eyes, like your teeth start decaying, your skin start worsening. You're going outside and these, you know, clear, obvious physical signs you're ignoring. That means you're probably in too deep. But for me to act like even the artists that you love, that they don't have some type of vice that maybe they have a better holdover or control of, would be me lying. So my thing to Kodak is that I'm not going to tell him not to have a vice. I have to tell him that it appears that his vice is now taking control of him. It's become so apparent that people are looking at your body language. They're looking at how you talk, how you are standing at a concert, and they're blatantly shouting it out, and they're calling you names that are, I would think, unbecoming of somebody of your stature, somebody who's a legend in the game. You don't want to be called a crackhead, you know? And that's what that is, if you ask me. Anyway, he's came out and he's responded to that. And this is what he said.
And the crazy thing is, right, I've been start getting hard. Like, my shit be like, I don't really need too much here to convince the people who don't really, like, matter for real. Because, like, I know who matter to me, bro. And the shit, it was like, a lot of y'all, like, don't even be deserving like the real me, bro. So it'd be like, oh, okay. I see, like, how y'all treat a nigga if a nigga was on my dick. You know what I'm saying? Or if a nigga was on the side of the street or some shit like that. You feel me? Because, like, mind over matter. The people who mind, they don't matter. The people who matter, they don't mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Look where we at. Straight up. The fuck? I get this while I'm in a damn crackhead, jerky. Baby cakes. Yeah. Other than that, man, it's literal.
I'm glad he's at least acknowledging it and speaking about it. This is a sad reality when it comes to music. I'm not here to out anyone either. I know a few rappers who they have told me, and I've never said anything, and I think they'll probably tell the public too later on that some of your favorite rappers, they've just secretly gone to rehab for a month or two, and some of their habits got bad. And not speaking necessarily about Kodak, speaking about other artists are kind of like super popping, but the substance abuse is a real thing, and I'm inclined to believe Kodak. The problem with Kodak is that a lot of people don't know him. Kodak in a sober state is never coherent. That's also problems in people's perception, because they're probably thinking when he's kind of like drawing out his words, or he's kind of like gritting his teeth a little bit, they think, oh no, that's because you're under the influence of drugs. I've never had a conversation with Kodak where he's like mad coherent. He's not like kind of like mumbling a little bit. That's Kodak. So you kind of have to figure out where a baseline of a sober Kodak is to understand and probably be a decent judge of what, oh no, this nigga's high. And I'm not sitting here and being like an enabler by saying the nigga don't get high, of course. But if you think that his normal is like just some regular person that's just like, oh, I'm just like, no, it's not. So I say that, but I do appreciate the fact that he's trying to take some steps to, help himself. There's been many artists that's gone through drug addiction, right? Rick Ross, Wayne, some of the biggest, right? I mean, and I would say for this new generation, most of them are going through addiction in some way, some sorts, whether you hear about it or not. Okay. Anyway, before he said that, or actually after he said that, Jack Boy was added on to this entire like drama about Kodak Black going PC when he went to the feds. And this is what Jack Boy said.
Alaikum to all my YNs that look up to me. Listen, if you are Assalamu alaikum to all my YNs that look up to me. Listen, if you are Assalamu alaikum, man, you cannot do that. So it's like stay in your lane. Like you a civilian, you checking a PC, it's cool. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You protecting your bag. Like this is what you all right. I ain't with it. I made a mistake. I'm in jail now. I ain't gotta be gangster like you guys. The gangsters never win, first off. But it's like I ain't gotta be gangster like y'all. I'm a civilian. But the ones that you super tough man on the streets, you super this. One thing about life come with tests. So when you get around them super tough guys too that don't care, we ain't got nothing to lose, and you by yourself, now then I'm PC, now I'm protecting my this. Now, no, be the gangster. Be the this will come with gangsters. Now then gangsters don't live long. Gangsters go to prison for life and be crash dummies. That's just what come with it. So it's like you a civilian, remain that. And then
now I do want to also, this is like the age-old story. And I think my response, and y'all might be like, yo, you're glazing yak a bit. But I've said this same response a bit to like say like Whack 100, right? Or I've said it to other street dudes. It's like, it's easy to like give these scenarios when you've never been in it, right? And I kind of compare a lot of these people sometimes when they're talking about things they haven't been in to a civilian like me who haven't been in it. Because when the idea that Kodak Black went to prison and went PC, I hope people understand it would only apply, and the circumstances supposedly behind him having to make that choice is because he went to federal prison. What does that mean? Any rapper who have not done a federal prison bid, I don't care how many people you killed, I don't care what you did, you giving your opinion about what it would take for you to go PC because you have experience in county jail or state prison, it does not match up to what's going on in federal prison. Federal prison is very different. Okay? again, I'm not, maybe I might seem like I'm glazing or I'm shooting him a lot of bail here, but the idea is that he's a Zoe. He's a Z. That's not the most popular whatever. While when you're in federal jail, it's all about like these national gangs, and usually the choice is: are you gonna walk the yard, which means being like general population, and especially you are rich and you're a celebrity, right? Like for example, just Young Thug never went to the feds, right? He got indicted by Fulton County, but let's say even in county jail. Well, Young Thug wouldn't be in jail. Let's say he went to state jail, right? Georgia. He wouldn't be in there like, nah, nigga, I'm YSL. Well, YSL fall under the Bloods. He'd be a Blood. Okay? I hope that, I'm trying to break it down very simple. So these guys who claim whatever they claim, of course, they wouldn't have to do whatever because they're claiming gangs that are national. YSL is a blood gang, right? It's supposedly a faction off of Sex Money Murder, which is a blood gang. Okay? So if Young Thug gets locked up in state prison, he's going to just say, not YSL, I'm a Blood. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of these other guys, they fall under Crip gangs. They wouldn't just say, oh, I'm only this type of Crip. They'll just say, I'm a Crip. Right? Kodak gets put in an interesting position. There is no national gang that Zoes fall under. So either he could be there, and apparently for people who are gang affiliated, you have to make a choice. They ask you, what do you want? So if you go general, you're going to go with these guys, these guys, these guys. So you're either going to end up kind of like folding up under somebody else's shit, damn near, or quote unquote, you check PC, which means you're in protective custody, which means nobody's going to be around you. Now, I don't know exactly what Kodak did. There's so much like opposing different stories. I don't know, and I don't care. But it is interesting that I see all the rappers that is jumping out of the woodworks as like this is some, and I'm not saying this about Jack Boy. Shout out to Jack Boy. Everybody's speaking on Kodak like this is some, this is an opportunity for them to show how respected they are because they didn't do it. They didn't go to federal prison. I see Meek Mill speak about it. Well, Meek, you've never been to federal prison. Well, I've seen Young Thug speak about it. Well, Young Thug, you've never been to federal. Like it reminds me of the conversation that every rapper had about snitching until they were put under the light. It's easy, Chad. I've never cooperated. Well, have I? I don't know. But put it like this: it's easy to say, man, I'll never snitch. I ain't never doing that. Your opinion on snitching is mute unless you're put in a position to tell. So when I hear rappers who are speaking from a place where they've never been in that position, it reminds me of the snitching convo that we thought every rapper wouldn't snitch until they all got in trouble and we realized 90% of them snitched. That's what I'm saying. I'm not protecting Kodak, but I do think the interesting commentary about him is interesting because these niggas never been to federal prison. And even if they've been to any...
Vistaprint prints everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans. Like t-shirts, water bottles, totes, and hoodies too. Which means everyone can take your brand and sip it, work in it, gift it, ooh, style it, take it. Whoa, save a pen for me. Whether it's one of a kind or one for your whole team, at Vistaprint, if you need it, we print it with 20% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
On a state level. But he didn't do that. So when I'm hearing him say that, it's like people saying they wouldn't tell until then we hear the interrogation footage of them telling. It's easy to say you never do something. You've never been put in a position to do it. Now, if Young Boy came out and said, yo, I never did whatever. But here's the thing too. I'm pretty sure young boy, again, I don't like to just throw people's young boy's gonna roll up under the Bloods. Nigga, I'm a real blood. You heard him say it. So Kodak is in a unique position where this gang he's repping is a local gang. And now he's in a federal system that where all the federalized gangs are all segregated and separated, and you got to pick a side. Or you could just thug it out because you a thug, or you could go PC. Again, I don't know. Somebody says, Aquas, you did. I don't know and I don't care. I'm just trying to show y'all the hypocrisy. Yo, this is why the streets is dead. I ain't gonna let y'all niggas revive it because y'all dislike Kodak today. No. Y'all, the same rappers jumping in on the check PC argument didn't want to talk about snitching. They got tired of talking about snitching because we kept calling them hypocrites. Didn't y'all realize that? Everybody who has the biggest opinions on PC, they all got exposed for their lack of solidness. Not saying that they're snitches, but they didn't have the same opinion on everybody when it came to cooperating. They don't want to talk about snitching no more. Now it's about PC. Because they all got exposed because their logic is flawed. How is Gunna snitch, but your brother did the same thing? How is this ratting, but then you were in the interrogation room doing that? There's no solid code. So now the new thing is all the street niggas think they are getting their points back by saying they didn't check PC. All right, you didn't check PC, but you hang out with a bunch of people who told. Oh, no, we're not talking about telling right now. We're talking about PC. Well, even if Kodak did check PC, well, that's in the feds. Did you go to the feds? Nah, but jail is jail. Is it? Well, you didn't even go to prison. He went to federal prison. Man, county jail is just like federal. Is it? You realize that, let me tell you this, street dudes having this conversation, you get to realize all the dick sucking that be happening because they all just want kind of like a head nod from another street nigga. And the unlikable street nigga pulls everybody's card to say, you did that, you did that, you did that, and they don't like that person. Chat, they don't want to talk about cooperation no more. You know what they actually say? Why the hell is civilians caring about ratting? Nigga, y'all told us for 40 years that rats should die. Now we're trying to test your logic. You're like, stop talking about that shit. All of a sudden this week, the street's been dead as a motherfucker. Rigor mortis and everything. But all of a sudden this week, the streets is back, but they're arguing about, well, if you promoted that shit, if you promoted that shit in the streets, you got to stand 10 toes down and you got to not be in PC. Well, before we talk about PC, did y'all get y'all ratting like codes right? Did y'all figure out who are all the rats and who shouldn't? Are y'all still working with people that are the rats? Because that's the problem with this. The streets ain't coming back till y'all have a private meeting. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all need to have a private meeting because y'all can't keep jumping from topic to topic when y'all get exposed. First, we find out that everybody done told because everybody got an interrogation tape and they all saying too much. Let's stop talking about snitching. Let's talk about PC. Exactly. I'll keep playing with Jack Boy asses, huh?
But as you beat the streets as a gangster, when you beat the streets and you understand, like, man, you cannot do that. So it's like, stay in your lane. Like, you a civilian, you checking a PC, it's cool. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You protecting your bag. Like, this is what you, all right, I ain't with it. I made a mistake. I'm in jail now. I ain't got to be gangster like you guys. The gangsters never win, first off. But it's like, I ain't got to be gangster like y'all. I'm a civilian. But the ones that you super tough man on the streets, you super this. One thing about life come with tests. So when you get around them super tough guys too that don't care, we ain't got nothing to lose, and you by yourself, now then I'm PC, now I'm protecting my this. Now, no, be the gangster, beat it. This will come with gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters don't live long. Gangsters go to prison for life and be crash dummies. That's just what come with it. So it's like, you a civilian, remain that. You know what I'm saying? But as you beat the streets as a gangster, when you beat the streets and you understand, like, man, You cannot do that. So it's like stay in your lane. Like you a civilian, you checking a PC, it's cool.
Okay.
Nobody can. Oh man, I'm gonna forever be tested. That's what come with life. You're gonna always be tested. When you learn that I'm gonna always be tested, learn to step back from it. I won. I beat the streets. I ain't a gangster no more. I want to live this civilian life. If you want to, whatever, you make a mistake, now you checking PC, now you do this, now you could take the civilian route. It's cool. You ain't gotta understand. Nobody can shame you for it. Nobody, because you're not out here portraying something that you're not. But you out here portraying something that you're not. It's like you gotta accept what come with it. And this street dude's not gonna respect certain things. Like how you can't turn it on and off. Like, all right, I'm a civilian today, but yesterday I'm just thugging. Or when I'm 100.
Yo, chat. You know another reason I hate this convo, and I hate how fans are forgetful. And this is why I exist, because I'm not gonna do the dick riding shit. I'm gonna always remind you the things you don't want to get reminded of. For everybody jumping on this train, okay, Boosie, I get it. You got an actual problem with Kodak, but let's not forget that Kodak been in jail and prison more than every rapper we're talking about that's talking about him combined. He been in jail more than Thug, Meek, everybody combined. He was a nigga that we said, this fucktard can't stay out of jail. Now we're over here criticizing him on how he did jail. Isn't that fucking stupid? The nigga who everybody said, oh shit, here you go again. He back in jail. Yo, just dust off your free Kodak t-shirt. The guy who's been in jail more than ever, people called him the modern Gucci man. Can't do right. Always locked up. The nigga's got pardoned and has been free for probably the longest time in his life. And you know what people are saying to him? But you ain't do jail right. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? It's not like he got locked up one time. This is a nigga that was in and out of the system. He got songs and albums called Institutionalized. He's basically, his life not only is a project baby, he's a product of the system. He's been in and out. Just I don't know if we can get, he's been arrested over 10 times. Let's see how much time has Kodak Black spent in jail or prison. His longest sentence is 46 months. He did 10 months. Here's a bunch of times he served. From 2015, so for 10 years, so 10 years ago or 11 years ago, multiple arrests for robbery, blah, blah, blah. Next year, probation violation, new charge led to another roughly 7-month sentence. He was sentenced to 46 months. This is only in a 10-year span. But niggas is now mad that he ain't do jail right. This is crazy. This is crazy. And you know what's funny about it? All the gangster rappers, they're only backing up what Boosie said because they got exposed before. They glad the conversation's off of snitching. Now they're just glad that the conversation is on PC. Oh, yeah, I never went to no PC. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm still street. No. We're still talking about you and cooperating. Hold on now. Now, what ended up happening is that Young Thug, he didn't like Rollo. Like, Rollo sometimes be coming in like he's like the president of the streets, right? But Rollo did do time in federal prison. And he came out and he said, yo, Thug ain't went to not one federal prison yard. He had that weak-ass trial. Now you think he Escobar. Imagine being called a rat and still walk the yard every day with my chest out. And this is after, Boosie said to Thug, because Thug said it's smarter to check PC, right? He says, this is what he says, PC smarter though. That shit's hard. It gets you nothing but heartaches from your family and kids and more charges if too much is going on in the dorms. Boosie said, Thug, if it's smarter to check PC, why you ain't check PC? Because you ain't check PC if you say you a real nigga, right? You from the trenches, right? You know how this shit go, bro. You check PC, you a coward. Simple as that. And Rollo responded and said, but Thug ain't went to not one federal prison yard. He had that weak ass trial. Now you think he Escobar. Imagine being called a rat and still walked every prison yard with my chest out. Right? Thug said, Rollo, shut the fuck up. And I believe Rollo responded. Let me see. Rollo responded with a video.
Them niggas know they need to cut it out,
Or was
man.
it Thug? Let me see. Here we go. So he says this. And you gotta realize, so Rollo's angle is that he got into mad fights over people calling him a rat.
Facts.
Because the internet said he was a rat, and he thinks he's, kind of like proving that he wasn't, so people unfairly call him a rat. But he was locked up when this happened, and he said, imagine having to be locked up when people are calling you a rat. So he says, I got into 40 fights, 40 one-on-one fights in the 11 facilities. Some of these motherfuckers require shanks. I just couldn't voluntarily go to PC cell and sit in that motherfucker all day looking at the I can't.
We've been where you're going for the long haul, not just a long weekend. And we'll be there to protect you when the unexpected knocks your...
I guess if you're in PC, you can't get phone time. I don't know. It would have been long live Rollo for me. So he's saying that he couldn't do the PC thing, but he's kind of like saying that he feels his jail time was a little bit harder than everybody else because people said he was a rat and he had to defend it. Okay? Listen to what he said.
I want you to think of the most baddest nigga from your town. I'm talking about a nigga that did the worst, evil, and cutthroat, conniving, gangster shit you could think of. And then put him with 1,000 more niggas that's worse than him. And picture being in a facility with niggas that get more angry than you, niggas that got way more bullshit going on than you, that ain't got no money, don't give a fuck about having no girlfriend, that ain't ever thought about being a good father at all. It takes a different kind of nigga to survive these type of trenches, dog. I don't give a damn who you is. Y'all up here talking about y'all want to be in PC and all that shit, nigga. We talking about going fed. Well, the creators of the game, not niggas with Stain. Well, Muslims that done blow the motherfucking buildings and shit. The reason I ain't going to PC is because I ain't finna voluntarily go in no motherfucking room all day and stare at no motherfucking wall. I can't do no shit like that. I'd rather die. So before a nigga even think about running me up, we gonna have to go ahead and handle this shit. Y'all gonna have to go ahead and either kill me or we're gonna have to fight this motherfucker out every single day because I'm not voluntarily going to the hole and I ain't gonna be able to see my motherfucking girl or get on the phone with my girl. I ain't doing it. Y'all just gonna have to do it to me.
Okay. So that's his demeanor. I think Rollo also addressed something else. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to play this real quick. I got to go grab my dog. Like, he's wilding the fuck out. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. So YSL Mondo also jumped in the conversation. And they're all actually calling out Thug. Unfortunately for Thug, the people he put on are kind of like always like trying to pull his card by saying, dog, you're not like this Pablo Escobar type of guy. Is it this? Okay, we played this already. And then, okay, here we go.
We gonna have to go most disloyal shit. Here
we go. Let me just grab my dog real quick.
Before a nigga even think about running me up, we gonna have to go ahead and handle this shit. Y'all gonna have to go ahead and either or we're gonna have to fight this motherfucker every single day because I'm not voluntarily going to the hole and I ain't gonna be able to see my girl or get on the phone with my girl. I ain't doing it. Y'all just gonna have to do it to me.
I'll stop getting these rappers, stop praising these rappers because they rappers and they got money, bro, and these niggas famous.
These niggas be the ones doing the most sucker shit, the most disloyal shit, the most fake shit. These niggas ain't, bro. These niggas is not who y'all think they is, bro. Y'all stop praising these goof ass rap niggas, bro. Trying to get these credit for shit they ain't doing, but these niggas be soft, these niggas be lame, these niggas be disloyal, these niggas be suckers. Without the money and the fame, these niggas be nobody. And bro was in goddamn medical dorm, bro, in Cobb County. Nigga praising jail, but I'm just letting y'all know, nigga, that nigga was in medical dorm, man. That's damn near PC, man. Ain't no real level 5 chain game, man. Get out of here, man. Come on, man. Like I was saying, bro, it ain't nothing to be praising. I ain't never praising no jail kind of type. I be trying to coast the young nigga, put the young nigga down. That ain't the way to go. The streets ain't the route to go, cause it'll lead to them to death in jail. I ain't never praising no punk ass jail. Said I hate that shit. But I'm letting y'all know, nigga, windows in a real level 5 chain gang, nigga. Killers on the yard, real steppers, nigga. Never goddamn went to no PC. Nigga, I went to multiple
Damn,
level 5.
he blew it. He ain't shit.
Right now by Mundo, nigga. I ain't never checked no PC.
Chat. The streets are hilarious. Meek gets locked up. He writes a letter, says, "Oh, I'm locked up unfairly." Kodak gets locked up. He asks for a pardon. He says they're putting roaches and rats in his food. Young Thug gets locked up. He says he's bigger than jail. He wants to get out. He doesn't even end the trial. He takes a plea. None of them wanted to stay in prison, but they're all now outside of prison and jail and acted like they were the biggest jail nigga. Yo, I wasn't in PC. I was walking around killing niggas. I shanked 5 niggas. Stop it.
Out my face.
We seen the letters. We seen everything. We seen the pleas. How about y'all all? The thing with the street niggas, they can't decide if they want to be super tough or they want to be like, nah, we want to change. Now it's like, nah, I got to let you know we're super tough. All of y'all were filing hell of appeals, writing letters saying that y'all were getting treated unfairly. Y'all were trying to get out by any means necessary. Now that y'all are out, y'all are trying to tell us or change the narrative to say how crazy y'all jail was and how much y'all were holding it down.
Give me that.
Nigga, please.
See, nigga. So I got the right to say, nigga, who did what and what's going on, man. Then we talking about a nigga in the weak ass county jail, man.
Shit, I gotta get up out of there too.
Come on, man.
So the guys who did state time, they're like, yo, y'all in weak ass county jail. So like Young Thug was in county jail. Weak ass county jail. The guys in federal prison, like, yo, y'all was in weak ass state jail. So they're jail battling.
Get out of here, bro. Y'all gotta stop that shit, twin. Y'all gotta stop all that, bro. That shit.
Okay. He says, Mondo, shut the fuck up, go to work. Okay, whatever. Enough is enough. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. More topics to get to. What else are y'all talking about?
Nigga put it.
I seen Lamar Odom said Kobe appeared to him in a dream.
Yo.
Boosie's explaining Pooh Shicey's caption where he says it might be the one rapper, I think he means might be the one rapper that got more bodies. He says it might be one rapper that got more bodies than me. It's Lil Boosie. Oh, that's what. So he's giving Boosie's credit. Boosie explains that.
Niggas to come to my house, see how I be having my party. All the hoes, you know, them the bodies he was talking about, my nigga.
He said, yo, Pooh Shicey would see how many bitches I had, and he's talking about those bodies. Yo, Boosie don't want to get back onto that system for nothing, and I don't blame him.
Talking about all the hoes I be smashing.
Talking about all the hoes I be smashed. Smash them bitch ass nigga.
Oh,
niggas come to my house.
I hear you, Boosie. Somebody in the chat says, nah, Boosie. He's talking about those 5 bodies that teenager at the time caught for you. There's a guy named Marlo Mike. It was always rumored that he was like a paid hitman, but supposedly for Boosie. Clearly, Boosie wasn't charged with murder for hire with the kid. The kid eventually went on to get life, but people claim that the kid was supposedly committing those murders on the behest and behalf of Boosie. And that's why people think that Boosie's like this infamous killer. Obviously, he wasn't charged. He wasn't convicted. He did get charged for like some like either attempted murder or murder or something like that, but it wasn't with that kid. Or was it with the kid? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we could watch something on.
Hello?
This is Tex Hearthstone from Lego Galaxy at Legoland.
I love Legoland.
And some people feel like that's what he's talking about. But I don't know.
See how I be having my party? All the hoes, you know, them the body till talking about my nigga. Talking about all the hoes I be smashing.
Okay. All right. Righty then. Okay. Let's go. I'm trying to like save the 50 stuff for a little bit. This is some overseas news. They're claiming that
is about to go
there's
down.
a drone likely linked to Iran that crashed into the 57th floor of the Address Creek Harbor high-rise in Dubai. Yo, don't we live in a crazy world? Niggas could just like, yo, I know somewhere like in the depths of hell, them terrorist niggas from 9/11, they're seething. They're looking at this shit and be like, wait, so we ain't even have to get on the plane? Oh, hell no. Nah. Y'all niggas got drones now? Yeah. They don't even need niggas to hijack planes no more. They just send a drone. They just sent a drone. This shit is crazy. Holy shit. Obviously, they're not going to send like an actual commercial airplane-sized drone because they want to go undetected, kind of blah, blah, blah. But shit. Yeah, I know. Them 9/11 hijackers.
Oh, that was there.
They're burning in the pits of hell like, oh, man, why niggas ain't... why they didn't find this technology before I agreed to this bullshit, man? Yeah, you're an idiot. Okay, so that's going on over there. Trump still popping his shit. So we're totally destroying. Yo, when your president says we are totally, oh my God. When he's talking like a white frat boy. Yo, let me tell you this. Whenever Trump leaves office, I ain't gonna lie. He's gonna go down as one of the GOATs. Good or bad. This guy's like a one of one. Imagine your president. He's like, yo, we're totally destroying these guys. Like, imagine a president talking like that. We are totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran, militarily, economically, and otherwise. If you haven't read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we're not winning. Iran's Navy is gone. The Air Force is no longer. Missiles and drones and everything else are being decimated. And their leaders have been wiped off the face of the earth. Jesus Christ. We have unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, and plenty of time. Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. What? Yo, that's like tell your ops, yo, we finna spin back on these bitch ass niggas again. So watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. They've been killing innocent people all over the world for 47 years. And now I, as the 47th president, am killing them. No way. There's no way he's saying this. I'm killing them? Yo, Trump is no way. What a great honor to do so. That gotta be a fake tweet. I just gotta look. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I gotta look. Yo, Trump, the only president that tweets some shit that you gotta go and look it up to see if it's real. Trump scumbags. I gotta look it up that it was a real post.
Because my foot was on the fucking line every time.
We had the greatest economy. I'm doing something about it. And I had to take an excursion. We had the greatest economy in history. We still do. Oh, this will bounce right back. When it's over, and I don't think it's going to be long, when it's over, this is going to bounce right back so fast.
When are you going to know when it's over?
When I feel it. Okay. Feel it in my bones.
Will you ask anybody in particular? Would that be some of these?
That nigga said, "I'll feel it in my bones when it's over." Oh, he did tweet it. Oh shit. He said. I see why Trump say he's not going to heaven, bro. That nigga says, "I'm killing them and I'm happy to do it." What? He says, "I am killing them." What a great honor to do so. Jesus Christ. Even if you're doing something for the right, just to say that you're committing like mass murder and you're like, "I'm happy to do so." Yeah, I don't know if Trump making it to heaven, bro. They might be right with that one. Holy shit. The U.S. State Department put out a massive $10 million reward on the new leader. Didn't we just kill like 2 of their leaders? Mojtaba Khomeini and 9 others. He says dead or alive. What? That nigga Trump is on a different type of timing. Is this shit real?
Man, that's crazy, bro. This shit though. I don't know why the fuck that shit just bouncing off the green like that.
Situation with Iran is moving along very
I've been
rapidly.
hitting all fucking night.
Situation with Iran is moving along.
I ain't gonna lie, this guy Trump is a wild dude, bro.
No question mark. Is Irani authorities?
Okay. You're not giving me no news with a fucking accent. I'm sorry.
Ain't shit wrong with his shot.
No way. Not
No,
listening
they
to
don't. Give me
Bangladesh
this shit.
Times. Are you crazy? Like, yeah, Trump might be tweaking right now, but we are still. Well, I'm still American. What the fuck?
Man, what the fuck?
There's another clip with Trump. Like, this nigga's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you. Is he getting us in like some hot water? Of fucking course. I can't lie.
When will the Navy start escorting tankers to the Straits of Hormuz? Mr. President, when will the Navy start?
Yo, this was the funniest shit I've heard him say in a while. He's mocking these dudes from Iran. So he's sitting down and he's talking about how much he's fucking up Iran. And he's like, yo, we got their military ships at the bottom. Oh, here we go.
And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down with some of the people in this room, like Urban, like Coach, a very fine coach, Nick, who won a lot. You won a lot.
No. This ain't it. He was giving an update on Iran, and he was just like, yo, basically their whole fucking navy's at the bottom of the ocean. We murdered a couple of their niggas. Like, yo, he talked like King Von. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Remember how King Von used to tweet? That's how Trump talk. I can't even. Trump talk exactly how King Von used to tweet. Right here. This is it.
I'll give you one more chance because that was a bad question you asked before. Go
Listen to
ahead.
this.
We've already got a lot of
I
sound
don't want to
bites
leave him in the
about the
lurch like
sports. Can I ask one off topic?
On topic,
On topic. Okay.
which is unusual for you. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. What is motivating you to do this right now? Because there is a lot of other stuff going on in the world.
Right. That's right. There's a lot. We're doing by the way, in Iran, we're doing very well. Somebody said, how would you score it from 0 to 10? I said, I'd give it a 12 to a 15.
Yo, this guy's sick, bro.
Their army is gone. They're just about, look, their navy is gone.
Relay gives us visibility into not just the amount of money we have, but the work that it's doing. And it gives us something to build toward without so much of the financial anxiety that we had before.
2 ships, all 32 are at the bottom of the ocean. Other than that, they're doing very well, Coach. Very well.
They're doing very well, Coach. Oh, this guy's sick.
We're doing doing, our military is doing phenomenally. That's the big thing for this week. We seem to have a new thing every week, but the situation with a very bad and very sick group of leaders who were killing a lot of people. A lot of our people were being killed. They were being.
Okay.
Oh no! No!
Yeah, this guy right here, he's something else. Not gonna lie.
I can't find him on Follow.
So that's supposedly going on in Iran.
Follow,
Obviously,
nigga.
there's another side to the story. You have what Trump says, and then you'll hear another side that's kind of usually anti that. A lot of people are saying that we aren't doing well in Iran, and according to many, they feel like the Iran war, so to speak, is actually backfiring on us, right? Iran, and that essentially we kind of look crazy.
I don't know how.
And we're looking for like a strategy to somehow pull out.
Right now, man.
I want to do
that
next.
shit was over with.
On Friday, signs of war are close by.
That's some
Today
bitch
will
ass
be
shit,
yet again
man.
the highest volume of strikes that America has put over the skies of Iran.
13 days into the mission,
One
the
more
Pentagon
time.
says Iran has no Navy, no Air Force, and its ability to respond with drones and missiles is down 90%. Now, U.S. forces...
Are these the drones? Oh, wow. Yo, why do these look like RC planes?
are targeting Iran's defense companies that manufacture the regime's weapons.
We're targeting their defense industrial base so they cannot rebuild the capabilities that can harm America's interests.
The Pentagon is also sending additional troops and warships to the region. The USS Tripoli and the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, about 5,000 Marines and sailors total. This will give President Trump more on.
Yo, this is why news is propaganda. Because when you watch this shit, you're like, damn, these niggas stand no chance. Right? Like, when you watch this, you think they stand no chance.
Options, especially while the Iranians continue to attack cargo ships in the Strait of Hormuz to block the flow of oil.
They want that focus on the Straits of Hormuz to put max pressure on the United States, so that becomes the pacing item for the war, not the achieving of our military objectives.
Some Democrats fear the administration is planning to send ground troops into Iran. But in a radio interview Friday, President Trump shot down reports that he's planning to send special...
Truth Social post out. It's a little lengthy. I'm going to read this. Most powerful...
Okay, all right. I did want to play like an opposing view real quick where people feel like United States losing the war. So obviously, listen to Trump. He says we're fucking murdering these motherfuckers, right? And then you'll hear some other people that kind of like have a different opinion. I'd like to hear a creator possibly speak about it. These guys are so boring. But you know what? I'll just play a short clip.
Let's talk about Professor John. Let's take a listen here to John Mearsheimer to sort of set the table.
And that President Trump, I think, would like to put an end to it. And
or B1.
It's quite clear that the war is not going well for the United States. And that President Trump, I think...
Once again, just proves how powerful media is, right? So you listen to Trump, what he's putting out on his social media and through his like media connects, like we're fucking winning. Like we're up like 80 points. And then you listen to this guy, he says no.
Would like to put an end to it. And the problem that he faces is he can't find an off-ramp. I think nobody can tell a plausible story about how this war ends.
Okay, and without playing the whole thing, I believe I know where he's going with it. The off-ramp to this feud is that we want to replace their leaders, but they don't want us to replace their leaders. So if we went in with the goal of we're going to replace your leaders because we're big bad America, and we just did it basically in Venezuela, and they're like, no, you're not. We're just going to pick someone else that's with our ideology, and the show is going to go on. It's going to look stupid for us to leave after we accomplish nothing. Yeah, you murdered a couple people. You just now seem like the bad guy in the world. You have not made any change. So we kind of need to replace their government. That's seeming far-fetched. Or find a way to kind of like wrap this up as a win, because we can't fight these people for forever.
We have to create a positive impact today.
If we had decisively defeated Iran,
that's what has to be
the way we
done.
decisively defeated both
They have to do
Nazi
it
Germany and
capital,
Imperial
create a
Japan
positive impact.
in World War II, then you
No
can
matter
say the
how it
war
gets
is over with. We are the winner, and we're going to impose terms on the loser. But that's not what's happened here. They haven't won anything approximating a decisive victory. And in a very important way, the Iranians have an incentive to continue the war, to turn it into a protracted war of attrition. And they have the means to do that.
So obviously definitions of what that means have been floating around from this administration itself. Last week, Caroline Leavitt had to come out and...
Okay, so I think you guys kind of get it. This idea is, okay, what does a win look like? Trump is clearly telling us we're winning because we're bombing the shit out of them. They clearly seem like, even though they can't sustain, like competing with us with bomb for bomb, them bombing us, bombing their military infrastructure, them doing it to us overseas. Obviously, nobody bombing our military bases over here. We're getting nothing out of it, right? So we're just bombing the bomb, right? And what they're doing is like, all right, we'll just fuck up the rest of the Middle East, and we're gonna now kind of have threats at the United States. But our overall goal of, you know, the idea is like, oh, here's a couple off ramps. Well, they can't make any more nukes. Well, a lot of people thought they weren't going to make nukes anyway. But that's an off ramp, which means the public will be satisfied like we did something. The second thing is we pick a leader. That's what we really want. A leader that will love Israel. But I don't think that's happening. And I think there's a couple more off ramps. I don't really know off the top of my head, but
down what the objectives were, what victory looks like, or put, as Blumenthal said, troops on the ground in Iran to actually tackle substantively, whether it's the nuclear question, the missile question. I mean, I was talking to Brian Dean Wright, his former CIA guy, on my show the other day, and he was like, well, you could put special forces on the ground to pull the nuclear material out of the dirt. Well, that's boots on the ground. That's boots on the ground. So it does feel like an inflection point right now.
Okay, so a lot of people feel like we're not winning, right? All right. Real quick, have you guys seen what's going on with my man Fifth? He's doing his own, you know, kind of like geopolitical war, except he's fighting a couple of nations at the same time. He's fighting the Senior Citizens, T.I. and family, and now it looks like Papoose and seemingly Papoose' wife. 50 Cent, after being attacked by Papoose with 2 consecutive songs, which by the way, I played one of the songs, or the second song by, Papoose. Let's see, in the intro, Papoose. Yeah, the agent of provocateur, right? Or agent provocateur. And I want to pull the lyrics up here. If you guys haven't listened to it, you guys should. I won't play it again. But my overall thoughts is this. Pretty cool song. This was more about disrespect and gossip more than it was a amazing song. And the bars are pretty good. Now, you know what makes a diss song? You kind of have to have like that perfect like mix, right? The beat wasn't my favorite. The beat is like it feels like 2005. Papoose' bars, they're cool. I've seen him done better, but I think for the subject matter, I think he kept it where he needed to be to get what he needed to get off. But I do think the best part of this execution is some of the narratives that he's choosing to put forth. And I think that 50 is so popular that most of this will go unanswered. But because 50's been in a lot of beefs, it's like me. When somebody beefs with me, they're going to say the same thing the last 5 dickheads said. And that makes it less, you know, it doesn't do much. If you're gonna be like, it's like if I've beef with 40 people and you're the 39th person to beef with me, and you're like, you're fat. And everyone's like, well, we've heard that before. You got to come with some new info. And I'm not going to lie, I believe that Papoose did. Papoose came with a lot of this is in this that I've never heard being vocalized. Now, I'm going to read through some of them. So he was a crab in a barrel until Eminem picked him. Made himself famous, claiming he was a victim. His claim to fame was I got shot 9 times, but the truth is I only got shot 5 times. He lied. Now, we've heard this, that 50 didn't really get shot 9 times, right? But that's not the thing that's going to make people like, oh, wow. He lied because he wanted to get shot more than Tupac. Lame choice. Game voice. You not. Queens don't respect you. They know you a joke. You clown. You from Queens, but pay Bronx niggas to hold you down. You even hate on your own crew. Why you be dissing Banks? Is it because he nicer than you or because you just a snake? Try to take Mayweather's money, put it in your plate.
I'm a hustler on a mission. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, they pay attention. Sticking to my vision on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heaven.